Far away.
So to start with, for Adam, you guys just kind of instant reaction to that game and kind of thought from the players' perspective of what kind of the key work on you think is going to be for this week?
Yes, I think you go, Luki. Go.
Yeah, I think it's quite a frustrating game, for us. We just couldn't get going. I think one massive work on, I think would be our start. I think from last week, 2 weeks ago's test against the Kiwis, and this week I think we didn't have the greatest starts. So it would definitely a work on for us.
Just kind of looking at that sort of back end of that first half, you really seemed to kind of build pressure and possession territory inside of it. It just couldn't really connect. So is that kind of the execution kind of a big work on, was it kind of, you put a little bit down to sort of how the Wallabies defended towards that back end of the half?
Yeah, I think we can't really fault the efforts. I think we created a lot of opportunities, but the Wallabies did a good job on killing it at source set piece. But I think we'll find ways, and we'll find plans, on try finishing and taking those opportunities.
Lukhanyo, what do you think? The Wallabies ended up with record against South Africa at home, particularly in Australia. Is there a reason why you think that is? And how do you think Australia is, in the world at the moment? Like, it seems like it's a very even competition, and world rankings are so tight at the moment. Where do you see Australia?
Yeah, I think it's always tough, playing the Wallabies at home, and I think the last 2 seasons, the IB or international setup, I think there's not really favorites, at the moment. I think the top 5, top 6 in the rankings, could beat, any side, and it really makes things interesting, especially, going next year to the World Cup. I think the Wallabies, at the moment, they're doing a lot of good things, and which is working for them. From our side, we'll have to review the game and see where we can improve.
Okay. Just I know you do a lot of analysis, obviously every team does, but just in the immediate aftermath of that game, what do you think where do you immediately think as players that there's room for improvement? Is it execution? Is it intensity? Is it a combination?
Yeah, I think, like Luki said, I don't think we can fault the effort. I think we had opportunities where we could have got points, where we need to be better and make our efforts count to get points on the board. So I think we need to be more effective in that matter. And I think for us, we'll go back to the analysis, all the finer detail. But I think, we got good opportunities, and we didn't get points for it. Where they used their opportunities, and they got not easy points, but they got their points quite easily. So I think we need to work on that and back to basics and get ready for the next game, because it's in 7 days.
And for you personally, replacing Dwayne at number 8, 2 very different styles of number 8. Is that part of the plan to actually, when you come on, just adjust the way you play?
Yeah, I think for me, my role this weekend, because we went with a 5-3, for me was to cover all 3 back row positions. So I don't think there's a specific strategy behind it, but for me it's to cover all 3 of those positions, 6, 7, and 8, and to just make a huge impact when I get my opportunity and play for the team. So whatever it takes, we'll have to do it.
Kwagga, what do you think of Fraser McRae this time against him? I haven't been to actually played against him today, but you would watch from the sidelines.
Yeah, he's a really good player. I think he's strong over the ball also. So he's a good player, and I think he's still young. I'm not 100% sure, but he's still young. So he's got a bright future in front of him. So he's a good player, and I think it's a good Wallaby side also. I must say they tested us really well today, and we felt the points that they got were really good, and they're strong players and physical. So all of them is good players.
Guys, can we just take a few questions from our local media? We need to, we've got about 6-7 minutes left. Sabu?
Thanks, Zina. Question for Lukhanyo, please. You had a tougher outing today. you might say, against the All Blacks, but the results don't seem to improve in Australia. What do you think it is? Do you think it's mental? You know, you come here as your favorites almost every time. You have some momentum. It looks like the Boks might turn a corner, but yeah, the Wallabies somehow frustrate you guys. What do you think it is about the Wallabies?
Oh, Smooth, that's a hard one. I think if we knew, we'd have had better results against them. Now the Wallabies, they're quality side. We'll have to give it to them. I think they've found the balance with the forwards and the backs in their team, and it's really hard coming here and getting the results. To answer you, I think we'll still have to find ways, or plans on trying to come with better plans and getting the results our side. And we've got 7-day turnaround, and we'll try getting better results next week.
Ashfaq?
Lukhanyo, you spoke about that balance now. A couple of passages you guys had, offloading in the tackle, ball in hand, it really looked superb, but then maybe just the last pass doesn't go to hand or there's a knock on. Do you think it's also perhaps a mindset thing where you guys have such a big emphasis on the kicking game that sometimes when you get those opportunities, almost like it's like a deer in a headlight kind of thing?
I think we also like a balanced team. I think we've shown it multiple times when we do have opportunities, we can move the ball, we do throw the offloads, we do throw those passes, and at times it sticks, and sometimes it doesn't. Facing a good Wallaby side, they did manage to put us under pressure on defense, and I'll give credit to them. Job well done. From our side, like, it doesn't really change anything. We always look for opportunity. When it's there, we take it, and when it's not, we don't. So we've managed finding the balance between the kicking and the running game. So
See?
Dankie Zina. Kwagga is 'n moeilike vraag. As jy aldag wat 'n speler van die bank afkom en dan sommer 2-3 druk en nog steeds aan die verloor kant is hy. Praat ons klein bietjie oor
Percy?
wat die rugby kampioenskapstitel aanbetref.
Percy, your line is breaking up.
I'll repeat my question, Zina. Kwagga, ek wil net vir jou vinnig vra, dis jy aldag dat 'n speler van die bank afkom en dan 2-3 druk en dan nog steeds aan die verloor kant is hy. Dink julle as die Springbokke is nog in die kompetisie wat die rugby kampioenskap aanbetref?
Ja, ek dink verseker so. Ek dink as jy al vier spanne vat, ons is dis regtig moeilik om te sê wie gaan dit wen, en daar's nog baie wedstryde oor. Hierdie is nou maar die eerste, die derde wedstryd, so ons is nou eens in die 11de, so almal is definitief nog in dit. Dis moeilik, van die bank af, mense probeer maar jou beste. Ek het ook foute gemaak en goed, so mense kry my iets van albei kante af, en ek dink vir ons wil net 'n impak maak en die spel verbeter en die span vorentoe vat. So ek dink definitief ons almal is nog al die spanne is nog in die kompetisie.
And then guys, I see we've got to wrap things up now. Can I just ask the players again, similarly to Jacques and Sia, can you just wrap up in your own languages what you thought of the game and what you guys want to improve on for next week?
Ja, ek dink vir ons was dit was 'n moeilike wedstryd. Ons het geleenthede gehad wat nie na ons kant toe gegaan het nie. Hulle het hulle geleenthede goed gebruik en vinnig punte gekry. So ek dink ons gaan definitief hard werk daaraan dat ons geleenthede gebruik. En net momentum te stop, want hulle het goeie momentum gekry. So vir ons is dit maandag weer hard oefen en hard werk, want ons moet die volgende wedstryd wen.
I think ibingumdlalo obenzima kakhulu kucala lethu. Asiqalanga hlobo esifuna ukuqala ngalo. Amathuba besiwafumana asikwazanga uwathatha. I think enye into ibisibetha kancinci besixa sama into yediscipline. Besingalunganga kakhulu uqala le-discipline, and I think loo nto isibeke phansi koxinzelelo kakhulu. Kodwa ibingumdlalo singathi benoyena kweliphina icala basizenzele enzima ngozama uleqa score kodwa ke sawubona sawuzama ulungisa lapho sikwazi khona and then kule veki zayo saphina sijongane nalamadoda.
Cool. Thank you, guys. That wraps up our press conference for today. The players have to go. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Thanks, guys.